Yeah, I don't think I've read this, hence why I don't know much about him, so let's get into it. Myths and Legends Volume 1, The Blind Miner, written by Archmagister Gwion Guthu, 811 in ST. The Blind Miner is supposedly one of the most well-known Enderalian lore. The reason for that is likely the fact that it occurs right beneath the feet of Ark citizens, down in the mine shafts at the top at the country's second biggest mine system. The Blind Miner, whose actual name is unknown, is, according to the legends, a lost one that lurks in the tunnels of the tar pit. Countless lives of careless workers and undercity dwellers are said to be taken by him. His eyes are hidden behind bloody rags, his body covered in sickly skin and boils. His grotesque face consists of inhuman teeth, sharp and spiky like those of a wolf. The reason for his existence is, according to legends, a disaster which took place in 6342 NST, deep down the mines. A rockfall buried a tunnel together with 15 miners, trapped and separating them from the outside world. The amount of rubble was too high. Even after 3 weeks, the entrance was still closed off. After another 3 weeks passed, the miners were believed to be deceased. The entrance was reburied and the path barricaded. A cruel fallacy, for the miners were still alive. The first few weeks they lived off the little amount of provisions they were carrying with them. Once it ran short, they started catching itsukato and rats to consume them. The sheer will to survive and the sound of pickaxes on the rocks that were isolating them from the outside world gave them hope. As the sound went silent, however, they started to panic. They were trapped for eternity and they knew it. Little by little they lost their mind. Everyone except the one who we know to this day as the Blind Miner. He, the former foreman that was praised with popularity among his comrades, reminded everyone to be calm, and hour after hour, day after day, spent his time searching valiantly for a way out. 3 more days passed, however, the more dreadful their situation became. Blind Miner was no longer able to soothe his comrades' panic, and the steadily worsening hunger did the rest. One day, a glimmer of hope appeared. The Blind Miner discovered an exit. With joy, he wanted to return to his comrades, but on his hurry back, he encountered a cruel sight: the corpse of one of his men. He was terribly mutilated. His belly was ripped open by some sort of axe. Blood and intestines were scattered around the dusty ground. Even before he followed the voices coming from around a corner, he knew what had happened. His comrades devoured that person. Raging anger consumed the man. They were this close from rescue, this close, and they still decided to engage in this inhuman act. Instead of believing in Malthus' slight, without a second thought the Blind Miner freed the axe from the corpse and rushed to his comrades, which stared at him with blood-stained mouths and frightened eyes. Before they knew what had happened, he killed them all. But instead of leaving the blind shaft, he stayed with them because he realized what he did. Filled with disgust, he ripped out his eyes to no longer have to bear the side of his deed. Author's note: to this day it is unclear if the Blind Miner actually exists, but arcane investigations point toward it. Apparently he has magic protection at his disposal, which makes him impossible to physically harm him. According to legends, a psionic totem may break the spell, but it is unclear how one could be created, especially since the practice of psionics is forbidden. Solely the apothecary could have access to this knowledge, but even if they do, they would probably have locked it away.